Let me tell you something your dating coach probably won't. If you walk up to a girl and tell her she's beautiful, she'll smile. But if you walk away without saying a word, like she's just another face in the crowd, she'll wonder who the hell you are. Welcome to the secret game of attraction. And no, it's not about flexing your biceps, showing off your car, or sending good morning texts like a motivational speaker with a crush. The real secret? It's not what you do to impress her. It's what you make her feel about herself when she's around you, and when you're not. Let me explain, but first, let's rewind a bit. I want to take you back to a story, one that sounds like it came straight out of a rom-com, but with a plot twist. Act 1, The Curious Case of Dan the Nice Guy. Dan was your typical good dude. Worked a decent job, smelled good, took showers, owned more than 2 pillows. You know, a functioning adult. Now, Dan had a crush on this girl named Lily. And Lily? She was magnetic. You know the type. Every time she laughed, it felt like a rom-com soundtrack was playing in the background. She posted pictures on Instagram with filters so good, they made sunsets jealous. Dan decided he was going to do everything right. He bought her coffee, laughed at her jokes even when she quoted TikToks from 2021, texted her good morning before she even opened her eyes. Basically, he treated her like she was Beyoncé and he was her loyal fanboy. And guess what? She loved the attention, but not him. Ouch. He was there, always available, always saying yes, always complimenting her like he was auditioning to be her hype man. And then one day, Lily met Jake. Jake was different. Jake didn't chase. Jake didn't double text. Jake didn't accidentally like her old photos from 2017 at 3 a.m. Jake just existed, mysteriously, casually, confidently. And Lily started chasing him. So what the hell happened? What secret did Jake know that Dan didn't? Let's break it down. Act 2, The Secret Sauce, not sold in stores. Here's the thing. Attraction isn't built on logic. If it were, the guy who brings flowers and compliments would always win. But life ain't a Disney movie. Attraction is built on emotion. Want a girl to chase you? You've got to activate her emotional brain, not her checklist. And that starts with one word: unpredictability. You see, when someone is a little unpredictable, when they're not always available, not always replying instantly, not always throwing compliments like confetti, you start thinking about them more. You wonder, what's he up to? Why hasn't he texted back yet? Was that a joke or was he being serious? Boom, you're in her head, rent-free. Mystery, my friend, is one of the most underrated forms of attraction. Jake understood this. He didn't act like Lily was a goddess he needed to worship. He treated her like a human. He flirted, teased, pulled back, then came close again. He was confident, not clingy. He was interested, but not desperate. He gave her space, which made her crave his presence. Act 3, Pulling back, to pull her in. Let's talk about something called emotional push and pull. This is the hidden force behind why people get obsessed. Push and pull is when you give someone just enough attention to light the spark, but not so much that it turns into a bonfire they want to run away from. It's like fishing. You don't yank the rod the second the fish bites. You tease it, let it swim a little, then you reel it in slowly. Same with attraction. Jake would compliment Lily, but just once. Then follow it up with something playful like, "Don't get a big head about it." He would respond to her texts, but after a while, not instantly, he would show interest, but still live his own life. That's the key. You make her feel something, but not everything at once. Let her miss you. Let her wonder. Let her chase. Because here's the paradox. People value what they work for. If you give it all away up front, there's no mystery, no effort, no spark. But if you make her invest, if you make her feel like she has to earn your attention, now she's hooked. Act 4, The Mirror Trick. This one's subtle but powerful. Okay, let's get into a sneaky little mind trick. Mirroring energy. Most guys go wrong by doing too much when she does too little. She sends one-word replies. You send essays. She takes 3 hours to reply. You respond in 3 seconds. Bruh. She's not texting you slow because she's bad at typing. She's just not prioritizing you. So what do? Mirror her. If she's dry, be drier. If she takes 3 hours to respond, take 5. If she cancels plans last minute, cool. You go hang with friends. You're not doing it to play games, you're doing it to protect your energy. When you mirror someone's effort, you show them that your attention is earned, not free. And that's attractive. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Stop rewarding bad behavior with more effort. Let her see that you value yourself more than the idea of being with her. That's the kind of energy that makes people chase. Act 5. The power of walking away. You know what scares people more than rejection? Indifference. When you're no longer available, when you stop caring, when you walk away, not to make a statement, but because you simply respect yourself too much to beg. That's when they panic. Lily started chasing Jake not because he played games, but because he was willing to lose her. Let that sink in. The guy who's willing to walk away always has the power. Not because he's cold, but because he knows his worth. If a woman senses that you need her more than she needs you, she'll pull away. But if she senses that you're whole, happy, and complete without her, suddenly she's curious. She wants to understand you. She wants to know what makes you tick. She wants to matter to you. That's the secret. Make her feel like she has to earn a place in your life, and she'll value it 10x more than anything handed to her. Act 6. The final twist and the real secret. Here's the twist you didn't expect. The real secret to making a girl chase you is not making her chase you. Wait, what? Let me explain. If your whole focus is to make her chase, you're still operating from a place of lack, of neediness, of manipulation. Women sense that. People sense that. But if your focus is on becoming a guy who doesn't need to chase, if you're living a life that's exciting, purposeful, fun, and full, you become naturally magnetic. Your energy shifts from please like me to I like me, and you can join the ride if you want. That's the guy women chase, not the guy with a strategy, but the guy with a life. When Dan stopped chasing Lily and started focusing on himself, his goals, his fitness, his hobbies, his purpose, guess what? Lily started texting, started liking his stories, started asking, hey, what have you been up to lately? Funny how that works. So if you take away one thing from this video, let it be this. Chasing doesn't create attraction. Scarcity does. Respect does. Living fully does. You don't need to play manipulative games. You just need to mean something to yourself first. When you become the kind of guy who has options, purpose, and standards, you stop trying to be chosen, and instead you start choosing. That energy, that's the secret. That's what makes any girl chase you. And the best part, you won't even care if she does, because your life is already enough. Now go out there and live like the main character. And remember, if she doesn't see your worth, someone else will. Probably while you're at the gym, walking your dog, or laughing way too hard at your own jokes. Stay unpredictable, stay mysterious, stay you. The chase, that'll take care of itself.